What's going on, everybody? James here, redoptionagency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay, and it is Sunday morning, 9:05. And this weekend, they turned me off on eBay. They turned me off, kind of. Friday was 531. Yesterday was 571. At 9 o'clock this morning, I'm at $63. I'm getting like large amount of hours again with nothing coming through. Like I'm going 12 hours without an offer. So, and I think it was Friday I said that their offers were still messing up for me, airing out. So, apparently there's more to it. So going 12 hours without an offer, as you know, is something that, for me, is abnormal. So, all right. So we're Sunday morning. I've got Saturday items pulled and Sunday morning's items pulled. So we're going to ship some of this. I'm probably going to break this video up in hours. So if it takes me 3 hours today to do all the shipping throughout the day, we'll have 3 videos. What I'm probably going to do is obviously put the main video on my boring reseller life. The secondary video I will probably put up on Live Feed Lounge, and then if there's a third video, put it back up on this channel. So on Live Feed Lounge in this channel, I'm going to go back and forth with different things. I'm going to kind of try to intertwine them, if you will. If you remember Friday, I did the shipping video and I had the live going on the Live Feed Lounge at the same time. Trying to connect the two, get different perspectives. You can, depending on which one you like, depending on which one you want to watch. But I'm going to start calling those kind of a reality of reselling and behind the scenes reality of reselling. So I'm going to start doing a series of behind the scenes style type videos while I might be recording other videos or while I'm recording myself working, almost like a secondary layer, if you will, with different perspective. And hopefully once my head gets going around it, you'll get a little bit of different, either at the beginning or the end, you'll get a little bit different, some different video added to it, if you will, whether that's commentation or, you know what I mean. So reality of reselling. These videos are going to be based around kind of a work with me style. You can click them on so you don't feel alone working, because as we all do, well, not all, but, and there are going to be fillers for this channel. So they'll go up on the weekend as filler, and then I'll probably use them for the week I'm on vacation too, as filler for that week. So since you won't be getting any, daily videos from me, you can get kind of a behind the scenes reality of reselling, work with me style videos. So I'm going to try to stack those up for that week. But then on a normal week, they'll be on weekends. And maybe like a third video at 9 or 10 at night or something. Or maybe I schedule it for like 8 in the morning, right? Something like just a little something different. So, yeah, just going to have things recording all the time because, if you're spending your time doing this, why not make a video? And if someone can benefit from that so they don't work alone. And then also to YouTube revenue, paying me for what I'm already doing. So that's kind of the whole view behind it. So let's get started on this. And I think Adrian usually does these longer shipping, and I see he breaks it up. So I think I'm going to do that too. I'm going to do like 10 at a time, if you will. So just do like 10 at a time, print them out so I don't get too overwhelmed or get stuck here for X amount of hours when I could, it's Sunday, so I don't have to get it all done right at this moment. So I'm going to go to the oldest. Oh, it already is. Good enough. Which means everything's going to be on the bottom of everything else. but that's all right. Maybe I'll flip it back to newest. Then I won't have to dig too far down. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, first 10. And away we go. See if there's any international. Nope, all US. So let's go. First up, hat that's been in my store for probably 4+ years. GPHI Mizzou hat. Took an offer for $5 to move it, so that's headed to New York. New York, New York. Ended up going to the bins yesterday. And ended up getting 2 big carts for only $150. So got some good stuff. Or a lot of regular stuff. A lot of clothes. So I'll have some videos coming to the Profit Hustle channel showing you what I picked up, and also some from Just Music and Games because I did get some media also. So if you're not subscribed to those channels and want to see what I picked up, you can subscribe to those channels. All right, we got a Nutcracker cassette tape headed to Indiana, Wabash, Indiana, sold for $6.30. And I left my glue upstairs because I was using it on a project Friday. Got my Giro packs in, so I got my big poly bags and my cassette and CD bubble mailers. So if you're needing supplies, the link is still below. Save 10% on like the lowest priced shipping supplies out there. So check out that link, my affiliate link, if you will. Jennifer. Check out my affiliate link. And speaking of affiliates, thank you guys. Still, that Vendu stuff is still, you guys are using my affiliate link on the Vendu, so thank you. Save 25% on your first month. We got a vintage Activision catalog from 1983. So, nice shape too. Some old Atari games in there. I actually have the book, I believe, to that one. Maybe it was Dolphin something. Maybe it was a different one. Anyway, that sold for $4.20, headed to Wisconsin. Actually, I can probably keep that in here. Be safer because it's stiffer. Remember to change these medias to ground. Alrighty, Eric. So yeah, I figured, you know, everybody shows the glamour side of reselling. Will and the Bushman CD, that's sold for $4, headed to New York. I should show more of the reality of it. And then if I'm doing that, why not show more of the reality of making YouTube content on top of it? Wow, that must be way up in New York. All right, Stefan. So as long as I can get a good pattern, because I use my phones to take pictures too, you know, when I'm listing. So I have to find a good working pattern that works. All right, next up we've got 2 of these. Are you ready for a hat lot? Yeah. 2 of the Cardinal Skyline caps. These were stadium giveaways, headed to Waltonville, Illinois. Both together sold for $21. I used to get $20 and $25 a piece out of these till I started making videos and people caught on. Now I get $11 a piece, $10 a piece out of them. That is the example of this hat's kind of the example of me sharing with you what works and what don't. I'm not saying I'm not fully responsible. You know, I'm just more of an example. Before I was making these videos, I was getting 20, 25 for these hats. They're always pretty quick sellers. So that's why getting paid for the YouTube content, it doesn't really make up for it, but it kind of puts a band-aid on losing the kind of money I'm losing by showing people what sells. You know what I mean? So when it comes to the monetary value of things. So. Alrighty. Lynn. And of course, there's other factors that could be included in that, and that's also, you know, the demand for it. So, but just an example. Example. We got Poco from the inside on vinyl. That sold for $4, headed to Utah. I don't think I had any real big-ish dollar things. I think it's been a weekend of just low dollar stuff. But then again, I don't remember everything I pulled yesterday. So. The reality of reselling. Because it ain't always glamour and glitz. And when it's glamour and glitz, it's still dirty and dusty when you're digging through stuff. But it's fun. That's the fun part. The fun part. Next up in this first 10, we got the Sims 4 for the PC. That sold for $4.20, headed to North Carolina. And then so on the, if you haven't watched the other videos or know yet, on the live feed lounge videos, I might do it every morning. When I'm doing these videos, have the live going also. And then what I do is after this video's over, I'll go to the live and chat for 10-ish minutes or so with you guys. So gonna kind of, you know, have fun with this. You know, I already do the work, so why not have fun with it and see if I can create some unique content or something. Sweet Turns hat. It's headed to Massachusetts, sold for $10.50. I'm gonna flood the market with, if I flood the market with information, let's flood it with content also. See if we can get those other channels monetized by this time next year. That's the goal. Or at least 2 of them. 2 of the other 5. That would be awesome. Deb. I'm creating a resell YouTube empire. Jeff Callaway training, run, walk, run, running hat. Headed to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, sold for $10.50. Did some. I think I got about 5 items sold on Posh. I think what I might do on the Poshmark stuff is start making that into a video all its own and do it throughout the week and then upload it like on a Saturday. Like what sold on, you know, what sold on Posh this week type of thing. Until it gets big enough to where it's a daily video type of thing. Deborah. Just thinking about all these different ways of doing it, just to have all this different content going out. And depending on, you know, it's almost like fishing for more subscribers or more watchers, you know. So we got Tigger, Christmas metal ornament, a Jan pickup. That sold for $5.50, headed to Fort Worth, Texas. This is number 10 on the first 10. Ruth. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the mother burn. Burn, mother. All right. First 10, let's print them up. There's only 10 of them. Why are you taking so long? So yesterday, Friday night, I started a new kind of way of drafting. You should know I'm always changing that up, because it can get stale. Doing the same thing over and over again can get stale if you don't. And plus, I had a pattern where I could do different things whenever I was feeling it. But this way that I'm setting up now, it's like before I had too many choices. Meaning what to list. Do I feel like listing hats today? Do I feel like listing CDs today? Too many choices, right? And for me, personally, that was a waste of a lot of time. So since I have all those drafts pre-made for different items, I decided, well, what would happen if when I processed them, I just went ahead and took a picture onto one of my generic drafts. Don't change nothing. Just if I get 5 CDs in, I make 5 generic CD drafts. Just take the pictures with the phone, knock them out, put them on the shelf. And then go back to the beginning of the drafts, and I have to start there and get the stuff listed. So I'm either going to be listing or processing in pictures. So I only have 2 choices. And I think that'll help keep me, not just keep me focused, but it will keep me it'll keep an array of different items going up consistently. Not just one day all media goes up, you know, so to speak. So I'm going to try that. But you'll see that on some of my lives, on Live Feed Lounge when I'm doing screen shares and stuff. And on the pre-recorded videos on Live Feed Lounge. So you'll see all that and how I'm doing that there now. So if you're curious about that, Live Feed Lounge is the channel that needs the most amount of subscribers. So I think I learned real quick that just live on that channel won't cut it. Because you don't, like for a live video, 2 hours long, you might make $10. Or I might make $10 on the live. Where if that was a video, the money would be a little bit greater, the views would be greater, and I think it was because the watch hours are kind of is what seems to matter. With live, you get paid less, so, or at least it appears to. Yeah, because like on my Vern videos, when I was recording him in the office, like those videos, I only made like 25 cents on. They're an hour-long video, but being that they were live, I made like 25 cents on it, you know. So it's not like I made money on them. So you got to throw in some, I got to throw in some different content to the Live Feed Lounge channel. So that will include behind the scenes style videos along with work with me. They'll all be like work with me style videos, but there'll be a couple different views. There'll be lives. There'll be, you know, me cross-posting with Vendu on the Posh. So it's going to have a variety of videos on that channel. So I might have to change the name from Live Feed Lounge to something more, you know, work. Maybe I call it Reseller Reality or something. The reality of reselling. Maybe I'll just change it to that. That's a thought. All right, that is the first 10. All right, next up, that's brand new, so missed that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Where are we at? Half hour? All right. Purchase shipping labels. Any international? Nope. All right. First up, we've got Victoria's Secret pink tie-dye shirt. That sold for $10.50. Headed to Wisconsin. I got like gray for these. I got green for the big ones. I think that some of my order were supposed to be teal, but they were out of the colors, so I just told them to send me whatever colors. So I think everything I wanted they were out of. But it don't matter. As long as it gets the job done. That's all that matters to me. To me. Mama. Ashley. Which one works best on this color? That works. Ashley. All right, next up we got Long Beach Supply Company vintage hat. That's sold for $21. Headed to Redondo Beach, California. Oh, that's going to that Shop Airlines company. I think what that Shop Airline company is it's an overseas website basically. I don't know where, what country. But it's basically you order stuff, I guess, from eBay, maybe even Amazon. I don't even know. From like America through the company. Alrighty. Redondo Beach. Shop Airlines. I always see it, but I kind of piece together what it is, but or what I think it is. Woman in Red, Stevie Wonder, on vinyl, sold for $5. Headed to San Antonio. Whoops. Cornell. I think I'm gonna go get me a frozen Coke today since I didn't get one Friday. I think I got one Monday because I didn't get one last Friday. I think I'll get my weekly frozen Coke today. This sweater's been in my store for 5+ years. Rafaela? Some little women's sweater. You can tell it's been in the bottom of a box for 5 years. So I took an offer for $4. It was already marked down to like $6. So offer for $4, headed to Georgia. Tori. Dun, dun, dun. All right, next up we've got Bronzo CD. Sold for $8.40. Headed to Colorado. Bruce. That was my dad and my brother. Yesterday I was having a hard day, man. All right, we got Now Number One CD. That sold for $6. Well, $5.60 technically. Headed to Orlando. I start feeling wore out. Going to the bins, that kind of wears me down. Then I got the flu shot yesterday. And so I was just kind of feeling down and out, so I didn't really work yesterday, get anything done except thrifting. But it's Saturday. I have no rules on Saturday. Brianna. No rules weekend. Next up, we got the Judd's Greatest Hits Volume 2 on cassette. Sold for $4.20, headed to Nashville. Rob. Next up, we've got something I always pick up, and they always sell this time of year. It's like a foundation piece for me yearly. So I always pick them up year round because they always start moving this time of year. And that is embroidered snowman shirt, anything that's winterish, Christmasish when it comes to these like button up or the sweaters. Headed to Louisville, Tennessee, sold for $12. Mark. Next up, we've got Panama Jack Visor. Headed to Michigan, sold for $6, and I'll probably need a bigger box hat for that. Plus, I am out of box hats here. I guess I haven't brought all the hat boxes down, so I gotta run up and grab some of those. What, $6 to Michigan. That would be 9. That would be 10 by 8 by 4. Deborah. I gotta run up and make, I better have some up there. order some hat boxes before vacation. Make sure he don't run out while I'm gone. And next up for this top 10, or next 10, we've got Browning, headed to Georgia. Sold for $11.30. Brian. Next 10. Review purchase. That's $6 going to Tennessee. Wow. 13 ounces. Oh, not that, no. I guess maybe Priority's cheaper. No? Okay. Feels a little high. 13 ounces going to Tennessee, which is closer, 607. But a 9 ounce going to Georgia, which is a little bit farther, is 481, 601. $1 cheaper, further, but only 4 ounces difference. Weird. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Brian. Deborah. Mark. Rob. Brianna. Bruce. Corey. Cornell University. No, the person, James. Shop Airlines. Ashley. So I'm guessing the perk for that Shop Airlines is maybe it's cheaper for the person, shipping wise, since they probably ship over in bulk, whether that's by plane or boat. Back to Solar Hub. You'll get a kick out of this Jan item. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One international. Remove. All right. You know, Jan's been picking up a lot of Christmas stuff. She picks up these beads too. So he just got these blue and silver beads. Let me make sure I got them all here. Make sure there's just one. Yeah. And headed to Johnstown, Ohio, and sold for $5. So, pretty cool. She had two things this weekend so far: the Tigger ornament and these beads. Nine. Lana. I still pick these up because they're sell every once in a while. Minion shirt. Sold for $10.50. Headed to Columbia, South Carolina. Chip. Chipperoo. We got a Hailstorm t-shirt. That sold for $11. Headed to Flushing, New York. Flushing, New York. 6, 10 by 12 by 12. Christian. Next up, another shirt. That's somebody cut up. Rat Run motorcycle shirt. Jack's Iron Horse, which is like a biker bar. I think they're closed now. It was like a downtown on Broadway, I think. Sold for $8. Headed to Brooklyn, New York. Shannon. Next up, we've got 7 Swan CD sold for $6. Headed to Massachusetts. Oh, but getting back to my new drafting thing also. Routine. Jan's a lot slower with pictures, but she did help me a little bit Friday doing this routine. Did she? Yeah. She maybe got 10 to 15 done, but I was able to get 85 items drafted with pictures, so just the pictures. And 85 items with her doing for 10 to 15 of them. Knocked that out in like an hour. Maybe a little bit over an hour. So it was real super easy. So now the next step is just filling it in and letting it go. So my next step, I know that step because I do that step anyway. I used to do it before I took the pictures. Now I'm doing it after I take the pictures, right? The next step is to get a nice flow down to here because I'm so stuffed. Certain areas are such a mess that So I got to start redoing things. So I've got to figure out a nice little process to start going through boxes, pulling out anything unlisted, and adding that to part of the routine also. So, and then finally getting the rest of the shelving I need and the rest of the cardboard boxes so I can convert the rest of the totes over to cardboard. So that'll be like the next 6-month project. And I'll probably go for more of it, like a year, but the next project, how about that? Ground montage, Donald. But like I said, you'll see all that kind of stuff on Live Feed Lounge, which I'm leaning toward changing the name. Even though I like the name, since it ain't going to be all based around live. All right, where are you at? Old Camp Whiskey Hat. Sold for $6, headed to Miami, Florida. But doing so, I kind of want to find a way to redo my hats, because there's so much digging to get to the hats.
I'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Crappy. Because in the boxes they're double layered, which takes a little bit longer. So if I can figure a way out to make them single layer, it'll make things a lot easier. Next up, we've got Steve Winwood back in the High Life CD. Oh, I didn't even realize this. I didn't open it up because it had a barcode, but the disc says made in Japan. Could have probably got a few extra dollars out of that. I would have got like 10 to 12 probably. Sold for $4. Headed to Utah. Oh well. If they're a collector of any sort, they'll see it and be like, ooh, made in Japan. Early pressing. Early pressing. That would be Peggy. Next up, we've got Mr. Loaf. Meatloaf, welcome to my neighborhood on cassette. So for $4, headed to Pennsylvania. Boom. Matt. Cha-ching. Finally, something. Got a Hurley hat. And that sold for $9.50, headed to Colorado Springs, Colorado. Colorado Springs, Colorado. 8. I'm not going to butcher that name. Yes, you are, James. You always do. Haruki? Haruki? Maybe. All right. Next round. Review purchase. Confirm and pay. Prince Zelebas. Thank you. My toys kind of ended, I think, Friday night. Like, I got 2 toys that ended Friday. I don't think I've sold any yesterday. Fridays when it seemed like eBay kind of started shutting me off. Again. Peggy. Toby. And Donald. Donald Duck. Shannon. From Counts Customs. Christian. Cage from AEW. Chip Foose. I'm just saying the first person that comes to my head with the name Lana. Oh, Miro's wife. Her WWE name, Lana. And Miro being his AEW name. That might be his real name too, maybe. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know. Don't know that at all. All right. 52 minutes. All right. Well, that'll be that for this video. I've got plenty more here to get shipped out today, so there'll be more videos. The second video will be put up later today on Live Feed Lounge, which may already have a name change by then. I don't know yet. The reality of reselling, maybe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later.